Isn't even 9 o'clock yet. Hello. First of all, I'd like to apologise for not being around since last Friday, but yeah, I've been exhausted both physically and mentally. I just needed to take a step back, and same as Chris says to me, he thinks I lost my mojo a little bit. I've not wanted. Hey, Johnny. So yeah, I've been feeling a bit, down in dumps. I've got a theory. I think it's the weather. Lack of vitamin D, let's just say. But I felt a lot better today because the sun's been out. So, it's a case of more to come, please. So yeah, so Chris sort it nail on head. I lost my mojo a little bit, if you know what I mean. Yeah, right. I can't do a 10 meter hike, let alone 10 miles.
I was going to say, I'll be knackered just walking to the park.
So yeah, I do need to get out, get a bit of sun on my face, but I think it's, with crap weather that we've been having, it's had a little bit of an effect on my mood, let's just say. Hello Johnny, hello Pixie, Tina, Ian, if you're still around. So yeah, I felt, well, this is, I don't know, I feel a bit better today. I hardly had any sleep last night at all, but Joy was coming this morning with little Amelia, so we got up early, and I baked 2 things. Topless sunbathing, oh yeah. Yes, the little tornado came to visit us. Well, put it this way, the living room was tidy before she arrived, but by the time she'd gone, Chris had to hoover up again. she's she's a breath of fresh air. She makes you laugh, and hiya Richard, how are you? We had to laugh because we were talking about it afterwards. You talk to her, and obviously she's like not even 2 yet, and she talks in her own language, right? And she'll go, la, 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 la. So Daft brushed over there in corner. We do it saying back to her, and she was like, "Ooh, he's talking my language." So yeah. So yeah, Chris were talking to her in her own little language, and she was chuffed to bits through we're talking her talk.
I think we're having a right convo, me and Lily.
Hiya, real Joey B.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm not too bad, Joey. I've had a bit of a wobble this week. I felt exhausted both mentally and physically. I think it's the weather, in all honesty. So yeah, me and Joy were having a right good laugh at him because they were having a conversation in gobbledygook. So yeah, so they're having a conversation between themselves, and neither one of them knew what other one was saying, but they were having a right conversation.
I understood perfectly.
So yeah, right. Oh, needless to say, cats.
What the heck is going on?
What?
I don't know.
What the heck is going on? No, his friend came to visit today with a granddaughter, and she's 2 in May, but she's not talking. She just sort of, talk, just like doing that sort of thing, and like a daft brush, Chris was talking back to it, same thing. So Chris can now talk toddler. Hi Tina, how are you?
I don't see that.
But yeah, it were really funny. That made me laugh. That cheered me up at no end. So yeah, and this was the thing. If it weren't bolted down, she got into it. You know what I mean? It was she were going in bin and all sorts, chucking things in bin, and and oh dear, and same as Reeve said, it's a long time since we've had a toddler around. Oh, big storm in Dallas earlier drove the pets nuts.
Oh dear.
We see for weeks now we've had constant rain.
Hey, Gordo.
Hiya, Gordo. How are you? Yeah, Chris has got. Well, you can't say it's a new laptop.
It's new to me.
It's not a new laptop. It's a cheapo one off a marketplace. Oh, by the way, could we all wish Mr. Gordo a happy birthday today? Hey, we've got Amjad in as well.
Hey, Jackstrap.
So yes, it's Mr. Gordo's birthday today, and it's a special one. That's all I'm saying. It's a special one, and it's his birthday.
What, it's 60?
But yes, well, I thought while I think about it, I'll I saw it on Marketplace on Facebook, and well, I weren't going to say Gordo. It's the big 50.
I was only 10 years off.
Yeah. So he only paid 30 quid for it. Now it's exactly the same as the one he had before, an HP one. But it's one that gave up on him were a black one. This one's like a purpley colour, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
it's like crack on screen.
Yeah, it's got a slight crack on the screen, the same as he says. He puts it through like a monitor anyway, so it's going to be no detriment to him. So same as he says, you can't really go wrong. It's all in working order and everything, and it was 30 quid. So he's back up and running again. I've been baking again today, so I must be feeling better, because I've been saying all week that I was going to do some baking, and I just hadn't got the same as Chris says. I lost my mojo. I didn't feel like doing anything. So I baked. If Richard's still in, lemon drizzle flapjacks. So, you're really annoyed about this virus? He says he's 57. Well, I'm 57 as well, so snap. So, yes, I made lemon drizzle flapjacks, and I made blueberry lemon cake. Pardon me. That's because I've just had some. Yes, I did mention drizzle, but it's lemon drizzle flapjacks. It's flapjack recipe, but you put lemon curd. You put like 3/4 of the mixture in, put a layer of lemon curd on, then you put the rest of it on, and then once they've cooled down, you make like some icing and drizzle it over it. No, you don't have to pay for StreamYards. You get an allowance of 20 hours a month. That's why I only do like 2-hour increments, because obviously I haven't been doing it this week, but I don't normally go live Monday, Wednesday and Friday. You soon use that 20 hours up. What did Callum say? He had an email. Oh, the apparently the something to do with the mock exams or something. They're putting them on hold for the time being. So the aunt said that they're putting them on lockdown or anything, but we're expecting it, because I have actually had an email. She thinks why StreamYard your hours don't count as much. There is a paid version of StreamYards, but this one is free. This one, but you only like 20 hours. You're only allowed to stream, and then it resets after 20. Mine resets itself on 26th of each month. But there is a paid version, and where you got, which says powered by StreamYards in the corner, if you pay the next one up, you don't get that logo or whatever. It's got more bits to it. Let's just say Mrs. G is moaning she thinks she poisoned herself. She cooked tonight, so hardly surprising. So yeah, you know, and I know this is sort of not everybody's cup of tea, but football's been cancelled, postponed. Mr. P's not very happy, no. But hey ho, every cloud has its silver lining, let's just say. So oh dear. But yeah, you know, going back to what Amjad said, hey, I'm the baby of the group, Ian. Well, yeah. I didn't know that was paid for. What? You mean StreamYards? The one I'm using is free. The plan I'm using is free, but the allowance is 20 hours. Now, like on Google Hangouts, there were no, you know, there were no, there were no restrictions. But with this power, StreamYard, you're only allowed 20 hours on the free plan. So well, we were panicking because we sort of got down to last about 3 or 4 loo rolls, and we couldn't get any anywhere. Well, Joy came this morning and she says she stocked up from Home Bargains. So Chris says, oh, well, we've got an Home Bargains just out road. So I went in and he got the last pack of 12. So we've got sort of enough to be going on with, you know what I mean? So yeah, so we managed to, you know, crisis averted sort of thing. But it did say, you know, I got last packet. So yeah, so our Asda looked like it had been ram raided. So yeah, but some, as I say, Joy had said to me this morning, she says, because you see, she lives over the other side of town, and basically, you know, she her own bargains. She says they've got like plenty in, and Chris says, "Oh well, we've got one just out road," and he says, "I'll nip down. I'll see if I can get some." So I come back and he says it's bloody manic down there. He says, "I got last pack of 12, so we've got 12 to be going on with." But so yeah, you know, crisis averted sort of thing. You know, for the time being, let's just say. So I baking with Elliot. I was punched in the back over a bag of plain flour. Well, you see, I mean, Mr. Pixie will tell you baking with Elliot. Well, I keep saying baking with Elliot. I've always got plenty in front. I've got like a set of 4 big drawers, and the top one is completely full of plain and self-raising flour. So so yeah, so I've always got, you know, I've got drawers full, you know, like sugar, cocoa, flour, you name it, I've got it. So yeah, so I made lemon drizzle flapjacks today, and blue what was it called again? I'll tell you in a minute. I think it's lemon and blueberry drizzle cake. Hiya, Paul, how are you?
Hello, Paul, lad.
So yeah, so I've made lemon and blueberry drizzle cake today, and lemon drizzle flapjacks. So I've done both of them today. So last week I made what did I make? Angel Delight cheesecake and no bake caramel chocolate tart. So I made both of the desserts at the same time, and basically Chris, who's Pixie by the way, I would have thought the Angel Delight one would have been his favourite, but when he had a piece of that, we had that for after dessert for dessert on Sunday, and then a few days later he had some of the chocolate one, and he says, "I prefer the chocolate one to the chocolate one to the Angel Delight cheesecake." So he's tried them both and prefers the chocolate tart one. Oh, he's got the dehydrator fully loaded, and you can confirm they were both yummy. But yeah, you did prefer the chocolate one. Oh, but it's like everyone's panicking now about. I mean, I don't want to keep going on about the coronavirus, but you know, it's not just college, it's everywhere. I mean, you know, footballers are coming down with it, football managers are coming down with it. You know, they've cancelled Formula One, Test cricket's been cancelled. You know, it's not just in college. It's like, you know, you don't know where you're picking it up from, if you know what I mean. So yeah, it's same as I say. We have had a text message from us doctors today. I'll just read out for you, like for general. It says, message from Norfolk Park Medical Practice. Do not attend the surgery if you have a fever or continuous new cough. National guidance is now to self-isolate for 7 days. Please consult NHS 111 online. So, you know, that's just like a general text message, I suppose, what they've sent out to everybody. Yeah, Carl Callum were only on about that earlier on, weren't he?
Yeah.
He says only thing that's not been cancelled is the WWE. Oh, well, that's not bad. £1.72 for an old batch.
Same tomorrow.
So, I mean, like for just over £3.
I used to cough to either part. I thought to like the cough.
I miffed about the football being cancelled. Yeah, well, you see, Pixie's channel, who's my husband, he's a Sheffield United supporter because obviously we live in Sheffield, and you know, he's a bit miffed about it, everything being cancelled.
WWE's they obviously can't get this virus.
So yeah, Joey says NBA, NCAA, NHL, MLB, etc. has been cancelled in the States. We see that's what it's getting like here in the UK now as well. You know, all football matches have been cancelled till at least did they say 3rd or 4th of April?
3rd of April.
Yeah. So, you know, there's a few footballers tested positive for it. There's Mikel Arteta.
Yeah.
Is he Arsenal manager?
Yeah.
So yes. So moving swiftly on. Obviously, because I've sort of not been feeling myself this week. Chris said to me, we ought to book somewhere away because we've sort of been hanging fire a bit because of this coronavirus. Oh right, yeah, Nadia's not live tonight. She'll do it. I think I noticed that anyway. So going back to this, so I says to Chris, on the 10th of April, it's 10 years since my stepdad died. And on the 11th, it's 3 years since my mum died. So I says to him, I says, I tell you what, because Callum don't go to college on a Friday. I says, we'll go Friday, Saturday, and come back Sunday. Meaning we're going to Skegness. Because that's where the ashes is scattered. So we were like telling Joy this morning, and she's going to come and look after cats for us and everything. So she says, you do realise, she says, that's bank holiday weekend. I went, no. But I Googled it, and it is. We actually go on the Good Friday and the Sunday that we come back, because I did it like Friday, Saturday, and come back Sunday because Callum going to college on the Monday, not realising he'll be off anyway because it's Easter. So yeah, Joyce pointed it out to her. She says, you do realise that's Easter weekend, don't you? I went, no. I says, we just did it sort of, because it's like 10 years since Norman died and 3 years since Mum died. And we scattered their ashes at Skeggy. So rather than sort of going there and back it same day, we'd book somewhere to, and stay overnight. It's St Andrews and I've no idea what even that is.
No.
No, he says no.
Oh.
Oh, right, yeah. So I did it purely on the fact that it were, the 2 anniversaries of my stepdad's death and my mum's death, and took the opportunity to go to Skeggy, and we says, So yeah. But I hadn't realised, as I say, till Joy told me this morning, that it was bank holiday weekend. So we could have stayed the whole weekend or even a week. So we didn't realise. And I just says to him, I says, I've been that sort of drained this week. And I just says, I want to go somewhere different. I want to go away. You know what I mean? I've never been to Skeggy, me. Oh dear. And funny thing is, Ian, the place that we're stopping at have got their own stretch limousine. So Skeg Vegas, yeah. I bought 4 pots of ready-made Angel Delight strawberry flavour from your Angel Delight tart picture made me buy some. Oh. But you see, because I made that cheesecake, Amjad, I had to buy the powder ones because you had to mix it with cream cheese and, obviously cream and whatever. So, oh dear. But yeah, so same as I say, I made that with, it was chocolate, banana and strawberry. Obviously top layer was strawberry. So oh dear. Well, I'll let you know a little secret. Mr. DJ Ian was a redcoat at a famous resort.
Hey, Tracy did.
Hiya, Tracy, how are you? So yes, Mr. DJ Ian was a redcoat at a famous resort at Skegness. So so there you go. But yeah, some as I say, I had got no idea whatsoever that it was bank holiday weekend. Same as I said to Chris, had I known, we'd have booked to go for a week. Obviously not in a hotel. We'd have probably booked a caravan or something. Yeah, Butlins. Yeah, Tracy's got it right. And that's where it all began for DJ Ian. So yeah, had we known, and because see, same as I say, I was under the assumption we were going Friday, come back Sunday, so Callum could go to college on the Monday, but he won't not be in college because it's Easter bank holiday. So had we known, I'd have probably booked a caravan and gone for a week. That's the village bike in a red jacket. Oh, Ian's letting all his secrets out now. But yeah, some as I say, had we known, but I never thought no more about it until Joy told me this morning that it's bank holiday weekend. Because she says to me, she says, well, you were very lucky, she says, to get that booking. I says, what do you mean? She says, well, it's Good Friday. She says, and when that day you come back, it's Easter Sunday. She says the next day is a bank holiday. So, same as I say, I'd have known, I'd have booked a caravan or something, but hey ho.
You want another one? Coffee.
Yes, please.
Might have to wait a bit.
So, what's the difference in baking margarine or unsalted butter in cakes in the texture? I tend to use block butter, you know, like for me cheesecakes, but I use like baking margarine, like for my cakes and whatever, because I buy Asda's, it's just for baking. It's called just, or I forget what, just for baking or something it's called. But I tend to use block margarine when I'm making cheesecakes, obviously because you have to melt it. So I use, you know, but having said that, I've used block butter on both the things that I've made today. But yeah, but you see, I get both. I get the block butter, and I also get the just for bake. They're both just for baking, but one's a block. Well, I get a couple of the block butter, and then I buy the tub, you know, the 1 kilogram tubs of margarine. But having said that, I've used the block butter when I made the blueberry drizzle cake, and it's turned out fine. So I don't think there's a lot of difference really. But obviously, I mean, a lot of recipes specify you put a pinch of salt in, but we don't use salt at all. So I don't use salt in any of my recipes, and they still turn out same. So I don't think it's any detriment to you know, to the texture or anything, because mine turn out fine, and you know. So, but same as I say, I use both Amjad. So I mean, I've not really noticed any difference at all. You know what I mean? I tend to use margarine because it's in the cakes, because it's easier to mix in. Obviously, with block butter, it's you have to soften it or melt it. You know, I just use it for my convenience because it's the margarine is easiest to you know, when you've got to whip it up with butter and sugar, it's a lot easier to mix up than the block type of butter. So I don't think there's a lot of difference in it, to be honest with you, Amjad. You know, it's there's not a deal of difference in it. So like obviously, like pastry, I use the block butter because obviously you have to rub it in with your fingers and whatever, and it's a lot easier to rub it in if it's block butter than it is margarine. You know, you get all sticky and messed up and everything if you're using the butter. I mean the margarine. So yeah, so I hope that sort of answered your question, Amjad. There's not really a lot of deal of difference. It's just your own personal preference, really. Like pastry and you know, when you're doing like a digestive base. But you see, the thing is with cream cheese icing, Amjad, you have to make sure that you whip the cream cheese for a good like 2 to 3 minutes before you add anything. So that is probably why it's a little bit runny. You have to just whip the cream cheese or the butter. I'll just look something up for you, Amjad, and I'll try and read it out to you. Sorry about this.
Not really.
It says, unfortunately, occasionally cream cheese frosting does liquefy, and this mainly comes from the liquid in the cream cheese, mixing with the icing sugar and dissolving it, leading to a runny icing. Adding extra sugar will not correct the problem and will also lead to a frosting being too sweet. It says here, how do I fix runny cream cheese frosting? It says to fix it, you add, well, it's cornstarch, but it's corn flour in England. So it says mix 1 tablespoon of cornstarch into the frosting. If it's still too runny, add a little more. So basically it's saying if it turns out runny, then you've got to add some corn flour. So it says always bring cheese and butter to room temperature and beat it well. So there you go. So I hope that's answered your question. So it says to bring the butter and the cream cheese. Well, I always get mine out and leave it for at least 10 minutes. George, how are you? So there you go. I always get it out of the fridge and leave it at least 10 minutes before I make it. So you've got to let it, you know, adapt to room temperature. So I hope that sort of answered your question there, Amjad. You know, but I do know that you know, before adding your icing sugar, you have to beat it for quite a long time until it's almost like a white colour. So you know, that's you know, you know, it's not just like ordinary buttercream icing. You've got to mix the cream cheese and the butter until it's like almost white texture.
Have you said hello to George?
Yes.
That's all right then. How go, George?
So yeah, so I hope that sort of helps you in some way, Amjad. You know, I mean, I have sort of had the same problem before, but I looked it up, and you know, I do know it's all in, like, you've got to leave it at room temperature, and then you've got to, you know, whisk the butter and the cream cheese up, you know, for a good, you know, 3-4 minutes before you add the icing sugar. So you know, That goes some way to explain it to you. So yeah, so oh, by the way, George, congratulations on 9K, by the way.
9K?
Yeah.
No,
I ain't got coronavirus. It's just like a chesty cough. Well, I'm saying that. But yeah, some as I say, I'm not, I can't say that I can answer everybody's questions on everything bacon related. There is a lot more experienced bakers than myself out there, but oh, it's hard to squeeze, is it?
Oh,
but you see, the thing is, Amjad, the shop bought one, the ready-made one, compared to like an homemade one, you're paying like twice as much for it's it's the convenience of it being ready-made, but it's like me, if I'm doing something, I like to do it from scratch. I don't like to like a lot. Or, well, when I say a lot, but some of the baking, they use a cake mix, or to me, same as I said to Chris, it's not cheating, but it's not making it from scratch. You know what I mean? And that's where sort of I differ from, sort of some of the channels. I like to make everything from scratch. I like to, make my cakes from scratch, do the icing myself, and then you sort of can say, well, I didn't use ready-made pastry. I didn't use ready-made like a box cake mix. When you're both coming magnet fishing with us.
Oh, God,
yeah. I don't know.
When we get a magnet.
Yeah.
We've got fridge magnets.
Funny thing is, George, we're only saying, I was just telling everybody, we booked to go away to Skegness from the 10th to the 12th, but we didn't realise that it were Easter holidays. It's all booked and everything.
Yeah, but nobody will be there, so we'll have it all to us.
Yeah, so I don't know, sort of pop in on way back or whatever, if it come via Newark. So he says he's got spare magnets, no excuses. I'll not be throwing no. I'll just be on sidelines watching George. So yeah. So I mean, I don't suppose Chris would mind having a bash at it, but mind you, having said that, he's got to go for an X-ray on his shoulder. Doctors have sent him for I think he might have arthritis in his shoulder, so he's got to go for an X-ray on that. He's been putting it off because it's a hospital, and so yeah. So I mean, if
if he's got a spare magnet, I'll come down one day. But if I find any money, I'm keeping it.
I'm just saying we could come via Newark, like from Skegness, couldn't we?
We could do. Well, if it's holidays next week, I could come. We could come week after, couldn't we?
Yeah, well, we'll sort something out.
And then, but I'm not held responsible if I pull a grenade out. Close all roads down.
Knowing your luck, you'll drag a dead body out.
Probably.
But yeah, Chris is up for it, George. Some as I say, both my shoulders as well as my knees has gone to pot. So I'll just sit on. He says you're welcome to any money.
Well, give me some then.
We'll have to arrange something. Yeah, but same as I say, George, same as I say, we didn't know till Joy, his friend, came this morning and telling her about, because she looks after cats for us. I says, well, we're going on the Friday, which is the 10th, and we're coming back on the 12th, because Callum's at college on Monday. She says, will it not be that? Because she says that's Easter bank holiday. I went, you're kidding me. So I hope it's true.
Hello.
What's the situation with across the? Well, basically they've cancelled all football matches. There's a manager tested positive for it. There's a few football players tested positive for it. It's you know, how can I put it? It's gaining momentum, let's just say. So you know, it's some as I say, it's I think it's basically the same wherever you are. We're getting more cases by the day. You know, it's you know, it's we're in the same situation as everybody else is, really. Yeah, I mean, are only talking about it earlier on. But this is the daft thing, is you can't get any toilet roll in the UK for love nor money. Now, what toilet roll's got to do with it, I don't know, because it's your respiratory system. It's nothing to do with that part of your anatomy, is it? So yeah, you know, we were lucky enough to get some toilet roll today, but you know, it's a case of you know, we were lucky to get
last one off the shelf.
Last one on the shelf. So we were quite lucky in that respect. So but you know, none of the supermarkets, they're having to put like restrictions on the amount people can buy, you know, the limiting it to like two items of toilet rolls, and you know, certain things that they limiting you to, you know, because yeah, I'm Jed.
What's that?
But you see, our son goes to college, Amjad goes to college, but as far as we're aware, the college is still open now, unless we get another email in the meantime between now and Monday. As far as we know, his son's college is still open, but I think all schools and colleges and universities are all going to be on lockdown sooner rather than later. He says, makes no sense unless you cough and shit yourself. Exactly. But that's what we said. You know, I mean, what's toilet roll got to do with this coronavirus?
Diarrhea, don't you?
You know, no, you just get a fever, a cough, and shortness of breath. Oh. It's not got nothing to do with trots. I think everywhere it's same. You know, it's getting like in supermarkets, like it's getting like a ghost town. So you know, it's but you see, this is the thing about it. You know, why are people panic buying? Yeah, it's like same as I said. I'm one of the categories where I'm at risk because I've got a very low immune system. So, but I'm not been self-isolating, but I've just not been going anywhere. For that reason. Because if hey, we've got Bella.
Hello, Ballerina.
So, yeah, you know, it's, you know, it's ridiculous. And what, you know, once all this has died down, what are going to people going to be doing with all this stuff that they've panic bought? You know what I mean? So yeah, you know, I mean, I'm expecting, same as I say, I'm expecting to be closing universities and colleges. You know, as of yet, as far as we know, Callum is still in college on Monday. So unless we hear otherwise, he'll be going in on Monday. So, I mean, yeah, I said exactly the same thing to Chris today, Bella. I says, you know, they've cancelled all football, they've cancelled cricket, they've cancelled Formula One. It's only a matter of time till they close schools and colleges and universities. I'm going to become a bog roll seller this time next year. I'll be a millionaire. But I saw this thing on Facebook, and it says, I know what I'm buying everybody for Christmas, and they were like all these like single loo rolls wrapped in Christmas paper. So yeah, but you know, same as we've said, you know, like such as us, we can't afford to bulk buy anyway. You know, we shop from week to week. You know what I mean? We can't afford to bulk buy. You know, and I'm sure there's not just ourselves that are in that same situation. You know, we can't afford to go out and get a month's worth of shopping in any particular week because we can't afford to do it. But yeah, you know, I mean, I know there's a lot of fun made about it, but it's the same as I was just saying, Bella. We got down to about his last 3 or 4 toilet rolls, and I said to Chris, if we can't get any toilet rolls, we're going to be up creek we had to paddle. So Joy came this morning with Amelia, and she says, I got a 12-pack from Own Bargains. So we've got an Own Bargains down near us. So Chris says, I'm going to go now and we'll see if I can get any. And he got the last one off the shelf. So we're all right for, you know, a week or so. But then again, this time next week, we're going to be in the same situation. So, you know, it just happened to be lucky that it went when he did, and he got the last ones. I think outside the box, I stocked up on kitty litter. But, you know, it's, you know, as regards toilet roll, I mean, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. You know, nobody's got any toilet roll anyway. You know, it's like, are we going to have to what do you call it? What they did, ration it like they did in World War II, when you know you only allowed to use 2 squares per visit. Oh, Richard says I got a delivery off TNT and I weren't allowed to sign his electronic doodah. You know, it's same as I say, it's Ian says I've got videos I can send you, and we know my videos are high quality. But yeah, it's getting beyond a joke now, not being able to, you know, at end of the day, same as I says to Chris, toilet roll is a necessity for everybody. Everybody goes to the toilet, everybody does a pee and a poop. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's something that every arsehole needs.
Thought you swore then.
Hiya, Dolores. Hiya, Paul. Wakey.
Hiya, Wakey. Hiya, Dolores.
Oh, Bella's on call. Might have to go south any time for babysitting. Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
So yeah, it's you know, it's getting ridiculous now. You know what I mean? It's a necessity that everybody needs is toilet roll. You know what I mean? And the fact that they're selling out, you know, it's ridiculous. So leaves, old socks, cat litter, garden hose can all replace bog roll.
Well, I see the gift today and all. Replacement used for a golf roll, for a toilet roll.
Duct tape.
No, an escalator. You know that thing that you had on, that black strip that you hold on to that goes round.
Oh yeah.
Stick your arse on one of them. It's going round.
Oh dear. Bella says she's got the break up in 2 weeks for Easter, but I have a feeling it will be earlier.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Richard says we will soon be ripping the Radio Times up again and sticking it on a nail next to the throne. Hi, Steve. How are you?
Oh no, Steve, lad.
Dolores says the shelves are all empty here. People are acting like it's the end of the world. Most of the schools are closed for the next 2 to 3 weeks. Hi, Karate. How are you?
I do karate, lad.
So yeah, you know, same as I say, we just felt lucky. Joyous friend came today and we said, well, you know, it's like rocking horse poop trying to get any toilet rolls. And she says, oh, I went to Own Bargains near where she lives. She said they got them in there. So Chris says, oh, there's a Own Bargains, you know, near Tasda. He says, I'll nip down there. And he got the last 12, it got 12 rolls in. And he got the last one on the shelf. It just fell lucky, and it was the very last one. So, you know, we're okay for a while.
For 12 days.
I'm doing okay just in the corner like Mr. P is. So, yes.
So karate self-isolating.
Yeah. So, you know, it's getting beyond a joke, you know. Okie dokie then, Ian. Thank you for coming in.
See you later, mate.
So yeah, same as I said, you know, if it were anything else other than toilet roll, it wouldn't affect people so much. But it's a necessity that everybody uses toilet roll. So, you know what I mean? It's It is. It's getting ridiculous. So some as I say, other people in the same situation. I can't afford to bulk buy. You know what I mean? Oh, pardon me. Pardon me. That's that coffee making me burp. I have got lots of emails from the restaurants, email clubs about this. But you see, same as I said, I mean, we've received a text message from doctors today. You know what I mean? If you've got a fever and a new cough, ring NHS 111, which is like an out-of-hours service. Don't come to doctors. So even the doctors are now panicking.
Yeah, once they're panicking, just on a sense caution, aren't they?
You know what I mean? And it's same as Chris has just said, they sort of just doing it as a precaution. But how can I put it? It's like the going back to football again. The Arsenal managers tested positive for coronavirus. Now you think the people that he's come in contact with, and it's spread via droplets. So you imagine the people that he shook hands with, players that he's been in contact with, etc. I don't really think so. I mean, Baking with Elliot were in earlier on, and he says, yeah, he says, he were trying to get flour or something, and he says, they were like tussling over a bag of flour. I mean, same as I said, I've always got plenty in anyway. You know what I mean? And what I've been doing is like I made an apple pie and put it in freezer. I've been doing things like that, making stuff and putting it in freezer. You know what I mean? Oh, they're doing phone consultations. So, same as I say, I've generally got sort of things like that already in. So, but as a rule, Chris is the one that goes to the supermarket. What's it going to be next? Is it going to be coffee? Is it going to be milk, eggs, butter? You know what I mean? The list is endless. We could be going on like, what's it going to be next? Are we going to have a shortage of fresh vegetables, potatoes? You could go on and on and on.
Nah, no fish and chips tonight.
So, where does it stop? You know what I mean? All sports cancelled here in the States. I'm happy. Don't have to suffer with you. I'll be watching them fighting over the remote control. But you see, the thing is, same as I say, Chris was disappointed that that the football's been cancelled. But same as I said, they're doing it out of precaution because the big sporting events, it's like in Sheffield United ground, there's 30-odd thousand people go to the football matches. You think it only takes one person to have the coronavirus, and that's how easily it's spread. So, it's well, this is it. This is what I'm saying, Wakey. It's toilet rolls this week. What's it going to be next week? Are we going to be able to get any milk? Are we going to be able to get any eggs? Are we going to be able to get bread? It's what I mean. It has a knock-on effect as regards, So yeah, I mean, it's like all UK football's all been postponed till at least 3rd or 4th of April. The Formula One in Australia has been cancelled. The cricket's been cancelled. You see, this is, you know, it's a case of waiting and seeing, really, because at end of day, the supermarkets have to stay open because that's their bread and butter, so to speak. Hey, we've got Hugh in.
Hey, hello, Mr. Asgard.
You know, it's like, same as Chris says, it's likening to Armageddon. You know what I mean? Do they know something that we don't know? You know, is it going to be the end of the world as we know it? You know what I mean? That's sort of the mentality of it at the moment. The reason why they've cancelled the Formula One is somebody, who does Lewis Hamilton drive for? McLaren, that's it. Somebody from McLaren has tested positive for the coronavirus. That's the one. So, as of yesterday, the McLaren team had pulled out, and it's only like today that they made the decision to cancel it altogether. So, yeah. So it's somebody on, I don't know whether it's one at drivers, one at owners, one at pit staff, or who it is, but somebody from the McLaren team has tested positive for the corona. Yeah. Oh, I knew about Tom Hanks and his wife.
Well, what's happened with Tom?
They've both got coronavirus.
Have they?
Yeah.
Oh.
So
not good.
But this like, but I mean, this is a good one. Our health minister here in the UK, she's tested positive for coronavirus as well, and she's the health minister. So
she not been washing her hands properly.
So yeah. So I mean, this is how easy it's getting passed on. Oh, Trudeau's wife has it. Oh.
Who's Trudeau?
Because, yeah, rumour has it that Trudeau in Canada has it, as well as actor Tom Hanks and his wife, and Dolores says, I think Trudeau's wife has it. But, you know, I mean, we've got here in the UK, Arsenal Football Club's managers been tested positive for it. There's it's 2 or 3 players, not from that club, but is it Nigel Pearson who
he's Leicester boss.
Yeah, he's tested positive for it. So that's how easy it is when you think like football matches, they're shaking each other's hand and this, that, and the other. There's like 30,000 supporters and whatever in an enclosed space. That's how easy it is to. So.
Oh, there you go. My bad.
Canadian Prime Minister. So yeah, you know, you've got like and I think this is why they're postponing or cancelling these big events, because
fear of people catching or spreading the disease.
Yeah, exactly. Callum's just said that. I said that without moving my lips. Because the big events, you know, it's basically trying to cut down on the spread of the virus. What you're looking for? Oh, it's just down in between bin and television.
Round the other side.
It's this side in between bin and television table. It's all right, he's lost his thing. No, wrong side. This, I can see it from here. It's all right. He's lost his plug.
Pen down.
Right, stand here. We're right.
See you.
Yeah, can you see it?
See you.
Oh, hallelujah.
No, no, biting. Give me strength. Oh. You want to stretch? Oh.
So yeah, you know, I mean, it's but I mean, when all's said and done,
What an Arsenal manager at Chelsea, please.
yeah, I've just been on
well,
about
I
it.
do all that.
Nigel Pearson's tested positive for it as well.
Half hour too late, man.
So,
Oh, I'll set it now.
but you know, it's like unless they put each individual country on lockdown altogether,
What are you doing?
you know, it's so easy to spread it.
Oh.
Karate says they closing Mr. P's favourite place in the world, Disneyland. Right, I'm just plugging Callum's phone in. So, you know, it's a case of too late for lock. We see this is what I've said, you know, this should have been done weeks ago, you know. As far as we know, Callum's still at college on Monday, you know.
Well, they cancelled the mock exam.
Yeah, but I mean, it's only a matter of time before they say, well, look, because it's spreading so rapidly.
I'll wake
you
up
know.
Monday morning, go to college,
And then
and
send you
then
home.
I'll bet they'll put like an announcement up on college or one of those what's it called?
Oh, Tannoy.
Yeah, Tannoy, and they'll say due to the coronavirus, this college will now be closed.
I don't think they'll say
Can you please exit via the college gate, please? Thank you.
Same as Wakey says, it's yeah, Wakey says thingamabob. Thingamabob. He meant Tannoy. Oh, Jock Piv.
Oh, what?
I don't know.
It's weird how they're not shutting schools and colleges down and whatnot, but they're cancelling sporting events.
Yeah, it's I reckon it'll have a knock-on effect, and I reckon because see here in where we live, we've got 2 universities. Now you think of thousands of people that walk through them doors every day on a regular basis. But yeah, you know, I mean, same as like here in UK in Sheffield where we live, we've got a massive what you Americans call a mall, and it's Meadowall. You know, you think of thousands of people that go around Meadowall every day. So you know, it's same as I said. I mean, it's summer when his own health minister has tested positive for it. You know what I mean? It's and she's health minister. So, but same as I said to, you know, says to Chris, you know, what they're going to be running out of next? Chicken, pork, you know,
Toilet rolls.
Well, toilet rolls they're already running out of. You know what I mean? It's like, are we going to be able to sustain ourselves if they're selling out of everything?
World's going crazy.
So it's just a case of waiting and seeing, really. You know, that's all we can do.
So don't be surprised if
I think there should have been a comma after baguette, Wakey. It says, how do you get baguette juice? So, but same as I said, we've got a chest freezer and we've also got a fridge freezer. So I've always got lots of stuff in stock in my freezer anyway. So, Karate says they're getting more toilet paper in store. People, calm down. But you see, what did where I saw it on? I don't know where I saw it, but it says like McDonald's. You know these touchscreen things. There was found to be more bacteria on one of these touchscreen things. You know, like these drive-through where you press one wherever or whatever. And I mean, I don't use them myself, like, but you know, it says there was found to be 10 times more bacteria than who says I joked with my wife that I might finally lose a few pounds. If you change your diet to dry or bran, you won't need toilet roll. Oh dear. But you know, I mean, here we are laughing about it, but you know, it's getting ridiculous.
Crazy.
But currency is the most germ. Well, yeah, I suppose. But some, as I say, it just goes to show how easily bacteria and everything is transmitted. I mean, we had I've got an itch. We had Scott WrestleMania on Jamie. Sorry, I keep forgetting it.
Said it right, Scott.
Yeah. And he was telling us all about he'd been doing all this training and whatever for this. Wakey says I'm off to Tasca for some baguette juice.
Walked into that one, I'm Judd.
So yeah, but I mean, it just goes to show. This is what I'm trying to say, Karate. It just goes to show how easy these bacteria are to transmit from one person to another. You know, and it's just you know, they're saying, oh well, you no handshakes and this, that, and other, and blah blah blah. But with all the best will in the world, you know, hand washing, face masks, it's still out there.
Well, you're less likely to get it than if you wash your hands and.
Yeah, but you're not, Callum. It's in droplets of moisture. So, you know, you've got people saying that these face masks is no good. You know, it's washing hands and this, that, and other. With all the precautions that are in place, it's still going to spread no matter what.
Yeah, but what they're saying is that.
But Hugh's just said, good thing it's a low mortality rate. But you see, the thing that worries me, Hugh, is the fact that I've got a compromised immune system. And I mean, I only have to get a sniffle or a cold and it goes straight on my chest. So I've got no chance if I were to come into contact with this coronavirus, you know, and it's such as myself and the elderly, they're at more risk that have got compromised immune systems. So,
Good night, everybody.
But you see, the thing is, I mean, same as everybody's been saying, we've been doing this personal hygiene thing for years. I always wash my hands after I've been to the toilet. When I do my baking, I wash my hands before. I wash my hands afterwards. You know what I mean? It's just basic hygiene, and it's like Callum, he goes in bath every day. Chris goes in shower every day. You know, it's just what they're saying for you to do, I do anyway. You know what I mean? And who says you need to take extra care? Yeah, you know what I mean? It's so yeah, you know, it's I'm always washing my hands because I do baking. You know what I mean? And it's just personal hygiene. You know what I mean? When I go to the toilet, I wash my hands. You know. So yeah, I mean, I'm in a similar situation. I don't go out unless it's absolutely necessary. I mean, like I went out last Friday. I went to have because I have to have a regular B12 injection, and it's a case of I ain't got the needles and everything to self-inject myself, so I have to go to the doctors. But
in the morning.
See you morning. You know, it's a case of I only go out if it's absolutely necessary. But you see, this is what I'm saying, Karate. You've got unresponsible people such as that, and that's why we're in the situation we are at the moment, because people don't do it as a basic norm, if you know what I mean. Wakey said good night, Callum. Yeah, he's gone. His door's shut, he's not here. But yeah, you know, what I do as normal, you know, so wherever you go, you see people that, you know, they go to the toilet and then they'll just walk out to the toilet without even washing their hands.
Yeah, I've seen that loads of times.
You know, and it's a matter of personal hygiene. Even, you know, just going for a wee, I wash my hands. I wash my hands before I start baking. I wash my hands afterwards. Hiya, Carla, how are you?
I know that.
Oh, yeah. Well, you see, same as Bella was saying earlier on, like here, if it's sort of nothing too serious, they can do a consultation over the phone. So, you know, but we have had a text message from our doctors, you know, only, you know, unless it's necessary, to go to doctors. So, you know, it's same as I say, Chris has got to go for an X-ray. So, unclean, Jeanette coughed. Oh dear. But I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, I says to Callum, because he'd had an email, something to the effect that mock exams had been postponed, and I says to Chris, I says, I reckon between now and Monday, he's probably going to get an email, you know, to say, you know, they're going on lockdown for a couple of weeks, you know what I mean? You're all getting a computer virus now. So yeah, so you know, it's only, same as I've said, it's only a matter of time before schools, universities, colleges, you know, are going to be on lockdown, because it's like, it seems, I don't know about in the States, but it seems like every day that comes and every notification you get, that the dramatic amount of cases of it has jumped considerably overnight. So yeah. Scott says I've just washed my computer. Oh dear.
I bet you didn't put any sanitizer
And sanitizer. Universities, colleges, schools, etc., all closed here for at least the next 2 weeks. All events cancelled. Yeah, I was just saying earlier on, Carla, all football matches here in the UK have been postponed till at least either 3rd or 4th of April. Formula One in Australia has been cancelled. The Test cricket's been cancelled. So it's sort of taking hold, if you know what I mean. Well, I mean, Chris and my son were only joking about it. He says, Chris says something about, you know, does this mean apocalypse is coming and blah, blah, blah. So our Callum says to him, he says, so does that mean there's going to be zombies walking about in the street?
Hey, apocalypse can start, but only after the season's finished.
Yeah. Wakey says people laughed at the preppers. They are going to be the only ones left.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, it's I think ours had rose by about 183 overnight, something like that.
What, cases?
Yeah.
Try 700 and something.
I have no idea.
700 and something now.
Is it?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm on about overnight.
Oh, right.
So I'm just looking at my notifications, like I get, it says coffee served on a shovel due to coronavirus in a viral video from Italy. Handing coffee out now on a shovel. So they don't have to touch anybody. Coronavirus. Someone in Sheffield is selling a toilet roll for £2 on Facebook Marketplace. Oh dear. So yeah, £2 for a toilet roll. That is that.
Probably one of them that's had bought tens and thousands of toilet rolls in the last few days.
Yeah. Does that include pistage? Oh dear, £2 for a bog roll on Marketplace on Facebook. What a ridiculous.
Probably that has the cheap stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, smart price stuff.
Yeah.
But you know, it's getting ridiculous. You know, somebody selling one single toilet roll for £2. We're not that desperate just yet. ain't got to that stage yet, have we? That we're going to pay £2 for one toilet roll. So
one toilet roll.
Yeah.
One toilet roll.
For one toilet roll, £2.
That's cheap. I'd have charged a tenner.
So, but yeah, you know, but I mean, you're gonna get some daft sods that's gonna pay it, because same as I say, Chris got the last ones today, so we all right. Hi, 1957. How are you? So yeah, you know, it's you know, you've got you've got such people like that are taking advantage of the situation. You know, it's ridiculous. You know, it's getting to be ridiculous now. You know, people cashing in on the misfortunes of people not being able to get toilet paper. So yeah, Karate says just like the Kobe Bryant stuff from his memorial that was selling on eBay, they took it and deleted it. Hi, Mike Newsom, how are you? So you know, but you know, same as I said to my friends and family, you know, it's at times like these where, you know, we should all come together and hope that it passes, you know, and just hope that we're lucky enough not to come into contact with it. You know what I mean? So, you know, same as I say, I had to be extra careful because I've got a compromised immune system. So I've not been self-isolating, but I've only been going out when it's really been necessary. You know what I mean? And I suggest to people that, you know, it says I'm sweating too, just had a jalfrezi. But you know what I mean? Same as I say, I only have to get like a sniffle and I get a bad chest. So I've got no hope against fighting off this coronavirus. I am in one of the categories where, you know, I'm in one of the at-risk categories. Okay, then. Thank you very, very much. Yep, it's true.
See you later, yep, it's true.
And I agree. You have to look after your families, your neighbours, wherever possible. So yeah, you know, it's I try. You know, I haven't been out through that front door since I went for my injection last Friday. Not because for any other reason, but the fact that I only want to go out unless it's absolutely necessary, because you don't know, somebody could walk past you in the street and be positive for coronavirus. And you know, I'm in one of the categories where I'm more prone to, you know, it says be right back, need ice. So you know, it's a case of let's just be careful, let's just be mindful, you know, what's going on around you, check on your neighbours, you know, and really, you know, yeah, I know people still have to go to work and things like that, but just be mindful of your surroundings and wash your hands and don't sort of start coughing around people. You know, if you're blowing your nose, blow your nose and chuck the tissue straight in the bin, or same thing if you're coughing, cover your mouth with your hand or cough into a tissue. Just things like that. You know what I mean? It's just you know, it's just common sense, really. At the end of the day, it's just common sense as to, you know, you've got to be mindful of what you're doing. You know, and let's sort of, you know, let's stop this thing from getting any worse. I wish we had some liquor. We've only got coffee. Funny thing is, I says to Chris earlier on, I says, they can sell out to loo roll. They can sell out to, I says, but I says, please do not run out of coffee. Oh dear. You know.
I don't know what I'd do if they run out of coffee.
Yeah, I think we'd suffer withdrawal symptoms if they ran out of coffee. You know what I mean? I mean, don't get me wrong. I've got cocoa, I've got hot chocolate, I've got Ovaltine or Horlicks and whatever, but it's just not the same as having a coffee, is it? You know what I mean? It's you know, we've got tea bags, but it's not the same as having a coffee. So yeah, you know, same as I said to Chris, I says, you know, I hope the inter shortage of coffee. I'd be getting done for murder if there were a shortage of coffee. And there you go again. I've just coughed again. So
how can you cough on your elbow?
And you need to cough in the crave of your elbow. I mean, it will like we're watching a program. Were it yesterday morning? And this says, don't shake hands, either fist bump or elbow bump.
Well, fist bump, you're still touchy something.
Yeah.
That's irrelevant, isn't it?
So I says, you know, well, I don't shake anybody's hand anyway. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it don't apply to me, but it's at the end of the day, it's just common sense. You know, just be mindful of what you're doing, and you know, it's wake it, but cough on someone else's elbow.
I'm getting bored of hearing about coronavirus.
Yeah. I mean, we keep saying this, Mike, and you know, and I keep saying, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about it. And then somebody comes in and, you know, are we talking, you know, because they were from America and saying, you know, are you getting on in the UK with this COVID-19? And of course, we started talking about it. I thought we were going to put something else then. He says, never shake Mr. P's hand. He's been playing with his drone outside. I thought you were going to say play with something else then.
Play with something else.
Yeah. But yeah, you know, I mean, it's same as I says, it's getting a bit real now, you know, now all these sporting events and everything's being cancelled, and you know, it's same as I said. I'm only going out when it's necessary anyway. I'm not in the best of health at best of times, you know. It's you know, but anyway, Less about that, and what shall we talk about?
It's only been on it about an hour. There's no else to talk about, though, is there, at the moment? That's a problem.
Yeah, right. I were reading something other day about it, saying, you know, it's basically, I think basically what it's saying, karate, is the fact that there's that many people on YouTube saying, you know, how can I put it? You know, unless you know, you're a scientist or whatever, you can't make money. I mean, we sort of just discussing it, you know, the difference in the UK and the difference in the USA.
We're not saying like, you can buy my new merch. I've got a mask with me YouTube name on it.
Yeah. I think
Like that.
that's basically what they're talking about. You know, homemade masks and things like that, and actually promoting, or you know, like this guy selling a toilet roll for £2 on Marketplace on Facebook. You know what I mean? He's sort of taken advantage of the fact that there's a shortage of toilet rolls. It ain't Monty Python without Terry Jones, is it? I mean, it's like Queen were never Queen without Freddie Mercury. So, you know, at the end of the day, I've got a dry tickle. Yeah, Monty Python's not Monty Python when there's somebody missing. And it's like Queen, it would never the same, even though Queen's still around. Queen were never the same without Freddie Mercury when Freddie Mercury died. Which Terry Jones, I think it were, weren't it, that died not so long back?
Can't remember. Although when not Michael Jackson,
Michael Palin.
No, with regards to Queen, or George Michael, that were it. When he did a stint with him, and he sang, I think it was Bohemian Rhapsody.
No, it was this other fella, and he sounded just like Freddie Mercury.
Sang with him, no, not George Michael. Oh, what's his name? Wham.
Yeah, George Michael. George Michael's dead.
Yeah, no, but he sang with him. And
Adam Lambert, that's
very, very good with him.
Yeah, that Adam Lambert, that Karate Joe's, that's him who I'm talking about, and he sounded just like Freddie Mercury. And he sort of when Queen went on tour, this Adam Lambert went with him, and but at the end of the day, same as I say, it's never the same, is it? Once one of them dies. When Freddie Mercury passed away, Queen were never Queen without Freddie Mercury.
No.
You know what I mean? You know, you don't hear as much of them nowadays, even though, you know, they're getting on a bit like, but it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, when one of the members dies, such an important figure like who are you calling Cheeky Chops? Oh dear, I've got to remember how to do it now. I know the Monty Python. I've Mr. P take it. There you go, Johnny. I've got this bloody... And now it ain't coronavirus. Oh. It says browsing new Airwick essential. Yeah. Got it. What you mean I've got coronavirus? I'll tell you what it is, Johnny. It's because it sort of turned a bit nippy earlier on. We had heating on, and it's when it's like dry air, and it irritates. Hey, we've got Johnny.
Yo.
Hello.
Hello, lad.
Hey up, lad.
So it's called smoking. Yeah. It's
Sounds a bit corona-y to me.
I've been nowhere to get it.
You probably already had it and not known. I didn't have a temperature last week, but I had the worst sore throat I've ever had in my life last week.
It's it was like not last night before when we went to bed, because I have that CPAP machine, you know. And I don't know whether it's because it makes my throat dry, but for about an hour, weren't I was coughing and I kept having a drink of water, till it, you know, eventually died down a bit. And it's just a dry throat. And
that's what you got to do, though. Central heating makes the air dry in your house.
Yeah, and I reckon that's what it is. It's because we've had heating on earlier on.
I said, go on then, you can have it on for an hour.
We actually don't need it on for an hour. It's because
this is a pretty good house. As long as the doors are kept shut, it holds heat pretty well.
We've got 2 radiators in here. We've got one under window and we've got one over there because it's like a long through room. And it's like all or nothing. If you know, it gets cold, so you put heating on for a bit.
See my t-shirt.
And it's like
I live with Miss Boss.
You put heating on and then it's red hot. So I live with little Miss
Bossy. She's doing great. She walked Keena to school today.
Pardon?
She walked Keena to school today.
Cool.
So I thought if she could do it, I could do it. So I walked back to get her with scooter. God, it took ages to get home. So
yeah, it's like
Keena, like next time bring me bike. I went, it's a bit heavy to walk a 20-minute walk with your bike. If I were Chris's size, I could just ride it, but I'm not.
Humping your bike about.
Yeah. If I were Chris's size, I could just ride it, but I'm not.
But it's like Chris went out yesterday with his dad, and they went to this because his dad lives in Barnsley.
All right. I'm from there, but
they went to these wetlands.
Yeah, he does. There's some good pictures there, really good.
Yeah, he says, well, you seen size of that lake. He says we walked all the way around that.
I like that swan photo bombing him.
You know which one I liked? That one's perched on top of fence pole thing. So yeah, it's going quite well. I like that one other day where he got Robin with the corn thing in its mouth. So he come back. He rung me up on his way back, and he says, "My dad wants to know if you want some curtains." I went, "Yeah, you can do." I says, "We're about ready for some new ones upstairs." Come back with 5 bags full. Because They used to have a caravan, and I think when they sold caravan,
No, I ended up roaming mum's curtains from her caravan. You know the boils instead of nets. You get boils instead.
you see what Chris has put. All for sale. We need all the bog rolls we can get.
Or if you're like Johnny Five, who's very sensible, 3 months ago he stocked up with about 50.
Well,
So I went in Morrison's earlier, totally mental. I only walked in there, I walked straight back out. I did my normal shop at Aldi, sorry, yeah. Aldi stocked up with everything. Why the panic buying in the expensive supermarkets?
I don't know.
I got and I've got about a month's worth of food now.
We hadn't got none in our Asda, and Joy came with Litland this morning, and she says, "Oh, I went to we've got our own bargains near us." So she said they got some in own bargains. So Chris says, "Well, we've got our own bargains near us." So he says, "I'll." Did
you see that picture I put on Facebook?
Yeah, where you burning?
No, my kitchen extension.
Oh yeah. Look, shopping in your boot.
Yeah, that's called forgetting to take the bags with you.
Yeah. So anyway, so Joy had says, "Oh well, they got plenty in our own bargain." So Chris says, "Well, we've got one down our road." He says, "I'll nip down in a bit." So anyway, he nips down. He got last pack of 12 toilet rolls.
Stupid.
So we're all right for a week or so.
I've got to put another passport photograph in. They haven't accepted that one I sent them. I don't know why. Are we doing that? Got to go on direct govern.
But you see, going back to that, to the subject of losing weight, Joy comes in here. She goes to the gym every day, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day. She's like a rake. Now, at one time, she was like as big as me. And she's lost a hell of a lot of weight. I mean, I didn't know her when she was big, but anyway, she's like a rake now. To me, she looks, how can I put it? Unwell. She's lost that much weight. And then she was saying, "Oh, where's your Callum lost some weight?" And I says, "Yeah." I says, he's lost a lot of weight since he's been walking to college and back. She says, "Oh," she says, I'll have to do that." She says, something about being fat. I think she's got like this thing. She still sees herself as fat. And she's like taking it a bit too far, if you know what I mean.
I think I'm an healthy weight now.
But that's the difference in you and how she
I haven't put an ounce on or lost an ounce. I'm just bang on.
But you see, this is the thing. I mean, you're happy with how you are. She's never happy how she is. You know what I mean? She goes to, even weekends, every single day, she goes to the gym. You know what I mean? And
do you know why my passport photograph failed? Because it had a textured wall in the background.
Oh God!
Well, that's ridiculous, that.
Well, there's that many rules and regulations, Will. You can't.
And to be honest, with everything that's going on at the moment, I'm not in a right rush to go to Amsterdam at the moment, anyway.
Well, same as I was saying, we booked to go to Skeggy. In this hotel, and on 10th of April, my stepdad's been dead 10 years, and on 11th of April, my mum's been dead 3 years, and we scattered the ashes at Skeggy.
Yeah.
So I says to Chris, I says, "Well, instead of like going and coming back it same day, we'll stop a couple of nights." You know what I mean? But we didn't realise at the time till Joy come this morning. She says, "Do you realise that weekend it's Easter week, bank holiday weekend?" I went, "No." I never get it. I never get it another thought.
I'm just going to see if it'll accept this other photograph I've done. If not, I think I might have to have one done in a booth.
Yeah. So, same as I say, had we known, we'd have probably gone for a week, if you know what I mean. But obviously not stopped in at a hotel. I mean, we got a good deal. You know, had we known and known that it was bank holiday week and Callum would be off anyway, we'd have booked a caravan or somewhere and gone for a week. But we never realised it was bank holiday weekend.
Yeah. It says, no texture or patterns in background, no objects behind you. I says stop moaning.
And you got somewhere that's just plain white.
What, in my house, man? No. You've seen my house. No chance.
Or you
That's next to my New York shower curtain.
can't you just put a plain white sheet up somewhere and just take a photo in front of a white sheet? Or
Well, I did one earlier. I'm going to see if they accept that. If not, I will.
But they are very finicky about them sort of things. So, but yeah, I mean, same as I say, I've not been live all week because same as Chris says. He says, I think you've lost your mojo because I've not wanted to do anything, and you know what I mean. I've not been sleeping very well, and I felt exhausted, like physically and emotionally, if you know what I mean. And
I think what's going on is took it out of everybody, to be honest.
And I think, same as I said to Chris, I think it's weather that's doing it. You know, this is it SADS or whatever, seasonal summer. You know, and I'm not getting enough vitamin D, and
plus the old media, social media thing's trying to scare the crap out of you at the moment.
You know what I mean? And it's like it's been sunny today. Funny thing is, it's been so. I mean, my knees has been killing me even down to my thumb joint. You know what I mean? It's been absolutely killing me. And same as I said to Chris, I says, I'm sure I felt a hell of a lot better today, even though I sort of hardly had any sleep again last night. But
you won't accept it. That's stupid. It's just a plain bloody white behind me.
You know, I felt a lot better in myself today than I have done all week.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, I've baked 2 things today.
I don't think so, Pixie, you little. I've just read that.
See you later, Amjad.
See you later, Amjad.
It says put your white sheet up, but not the one where you've had a little brown stain from a little accident. Cheeky. I'll have to do it again tomorrow after doing it more. That's silly though, isn't it? I understand if it's like a really big pattern or something in the background, but it ain't.
Yeah, see you later, Amjad.
Shall I send them one where I'm posing, showing my muscles off?
But yeah, they are a bit what's it about photographs, saying the same as I say, you can't smile, and
like I say, I'm not in a rush to go anywhere at the moment. So.
Well, that's it. I mean, you know, it's a case of
see what it is. We need to get out of this weather into summer, don't we, to knock this virus on the head.
Yeah. But yeah, same as I say, that I've been feeling absolute.
Oh, Tracy had a dressing changed. It's all healed up already.
Cool.
No sign of any infection, nothing. Spot on.
Well, she
said she didn't need the dressing on at all anymore, but Tracy was a little bit panicky and said, could you put me one back on?
Yeah. She's done well to walk Keena to school, though, today.
Yeah, it's a 20-minute walk and all.
I know, and it's sort of just Well, it'll be 2 weeks on Monday, not it?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
So-
gonna have to do another one. They're not accepting it, so
Uh,
I'll log in it morning and do a different one. Keena can take the photo. No, I mean they'll accept it and they'll be like, "Wee, well done, Keena." I can't be bothered going and getting the white sheet and shit. I could just turn my logo around, really. Couldn't I just have it hanging behind me? It's plain white on the back.
But when all said and done, I mean, wouldn't it be just easier just to go in one of them photo booth things and?
No, what it is then I've got to take a photo of that photo. So it's not going to be as clear as a normal photo, is it, off a phone?
Well, that's it.
They nearly accepted it. They just said it was just a pattern in the background. So if I do
Well, I'm sure you'll sort
plain
it.
t-shirt on, I'll have a white bit in background and I'll just do it properly.
Well, that's it. Same as I say, you're not in any rush.
No, I said it to Azy. I'm not being funny, Azy, but I'm not in a rush to go to Amsterdam.
So what's this trip all in aid of then?
My birthday, but it's my birthday in 5 days.
Oh, so you're all going to Amsterdam, are you?
Well, that's the plan, but I'm all right at the moment.
Oh dear.
I've
Well,
been
it's Gordo's today. He was a big 5-0 today.
I'm 44.
So it were in earlier on. Chris bought
Is Tracy in the chat, or she might have fallen
no,
asleep?
she were in earlier on, but I don't think she's not said anything for a while.
Yeah, she's probably fallen asleep. We're getting Keena. Keena's getting used to just going straight into her own bed now. Thank God.
Oh,
But I'm going to leave it while Monday and then go back to bed. I've left her in bed on her own in case I bumped her back her out, but she's on the mend now.
good.
That's a brand new bed, that. I've only been in it a week.
You seen what Chris has put?
Well, has he been cheeky again?
Johnny Five will be like, a coffee and a joint, please, when they go to Amsterdam.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Oh, no, I don't smoke cigarettes, so it'll have to be a coffee and a pipe.
So,
I don't smoke cigarettes, do I? So it'll have to be a coffee and a pipe. And then followed by a bun. No, I'm not going to do it. I don't care.
Oh, that's it. I mean,
I might try a specialist bun, but only if it's 90% you know what.
a brownie.
Yeah.
We added extras.
I'll be like, oh, this is the best fucking brownie I've ever tasted. I'll come back weighing 26 stone.
No, it's like everything in moderation, isn't it? You know what I mean? You know when you said like you only had the pancake.
I had a sprinkle of sugar on some shreddies the other day. I was nearly doubled up. Oh, I was sweating sugar.
But you see, same as I says to you, it's what they call dumping syndrome. I mean, you can ask Grace when we went to Birmingham. It were a red hot day, and he'd went and got me a Coke, and I think it were a normal Coke, not a Diet Coke. And then we went into McDonald's, and he got me a Coke there, and I went all funny. I were about passing out. I were sweating like one-o.
You got like half a bag of sugar in a normal Coke.
You know what I mean? I was sweating like one-o. I felt all like I was going to pass out. I couldn't breathe. You know what I mean? And it's because you haven't had sugar for that long that your body can't cope with it any. And you know what I mean? Your body can't cope with it.
Hey, Chris, I'll go up to one at Special Windows and knock on window and go, you want to clean your windows, love?
Oh, I was saying about you see this advertisement on Marketplace near us.
Oh, you told me about that laptop. So, yeah.
Yeah, and it's exactly the same as this one that, you know, packed
You
up.
took the hard drive out, so it'd be able to transfer them over, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Does the other one still work at all?
No, well, no, it's just a blue screen. And it says something, you know, it says something about troubleshooting, something about hard drive, so it looks like
You
hard
say it's
drive.
got a blue screen.
Yeah.
I can fix that. As long as it's doing a blue screen, I can sort that out.
Ah.
That's my laptop.
Well, what we'll have to do is when it's Easter holidays, we'll have to,
And then fair enough, but if it's doing a blue screen, I can sort that out.
yeah, it's the same as I say, it just comes up with like a blue screen.
Yeah, that's the recovery menu, but what it is you'll have lost your boot up start, so it won't do all after that. Does it just go back to black and then restart again and then go blue again?
Chris says, tried all sorts, mate, every option.
Yeah, you'll have lost your boot start up, so it won't do enough all. It'll just keep going to a blue screen, restart, same again, blue screen, restart. Yeah, I can fix that.
What we'll have to do, sweetheart, is like when it gets to Easter holidays, if schools aren't closed before then, we'll pop over.
See, we've got it a bit better in this country. The thing that's made so many people die abroad is because they've shut all the schools down, college and everything. So all them families are all coming together.
Mm.
The parents are still having to work. They're leaving the kids with.
Hi, Frugal Farmer. Did you see what he's put? He's put, right, coming over now, sod the holidays.
You could just post me the little hard drive and I can plug it into mine and do it at this end.
But the same as I say, this one that he's bought for 30 quid, it's exactly the same, but whereas Chris's is a black one, the one that he's bought is like purple colour.
Yeah, purpley colour one. Is it a Hewlett Packard?
Yeah.
HP? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've got one of them somewhere.
So basically, same as I say, somebody on it's got a cracked screen, but same as Chris said, he has it on his big monitor anyway, so it's no detriment.
Yeah, but I can fix it if it's doing the blue screen bit. As long as that's a good sign, not a bad sign. You've lost your boot menu, that's all. You'll just keep restarting, going back to blue screen, restarting, going back because you've lost your startup bit.
Same as I say, I mean, I ain't got a clue. But we've
That'll
got
be the virus,
it were nicking mine. When Callum goes to bed, he were nicking his.
Was it slowing down a bit memory wise as well? Taking ages to start up and stuff?
Pass.
Yeah, I can sort that out, Pixie. I've got them discs and that, the Windows
Chris
10
says he's
discs.
typing. Yeah, a little.
Yeah, I can sort that out.
So.
Yeah, so I spent evening outside with a few beers and a fire. Then I had to have a bath because I stunk of burnt wood. But all them offcuts from all that job I've saved a load to make some nice planters and that with.
Well, that's it.
But all the useless stuff. I've got a nice pile of like timber and that I'm making Kina a rabbit hutch. So.
What did he say? Chris says, good lad, you can come over and give me a copy of the discs.
I'll put them on a flash drive better. It's that way, even if your disk drive's not acting up. Sometimes your disk drive will act up if you've lost the boot up menu.
Yeah.
But with the little flash drive things, you just plug them straight in and it boots off.
It. I think we've got one of them, didn't you? Or Julie buy you one?
Huh?
One of them that you just plug in.
Yeah.
Flash drive.
Yeah. Frugal says he's drinking Coronas. So, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to...
I'll tell you something. I pissed off that Chinaman today when I pulled his mask down and gave him a big sloppy kiss. Went, what do you think you're doing? I went, cheers, mate. Yeah, it's looking good. I just need, because the workshop stood on decking, there's gaps and it's a bit drafty up your trouser leg. So I'm looking out for some laminate flooring and something cheap, of course, or free. Free would be better.
Yeah.
I thought if I just laminate floor over top of it. But Tracy really likes it now and wants me to put chairs.
You want to go dumpster diving and see if there's anybody got any carpet, that'd be even better.
No, because it's decking, so I don't think it'd lay down right on.
Oh.
But I'm thinking with laminate flooring, you could just put a million screws in it and it's right.
That's it.
Yeah, I've just painted it all out white now.
Oh. Coming together then.
Yeah, even Ian I should put him for Fancy Shed Award. Look. Needs a couple of coats of white, but
never mind.
That's the bit at the back where it was the old shed.
Oh yeah. Oh, it looks all right.
And there's it. I've even painted doors of the other one.
He's looking good.
Well, there's the other side. I've left the side bits to make. I like the fact that it used to be two. Well, I've done one side of it then. But I boxed in all the door properly in that now as well.
Oh.
And look, that shed I told you about that's stripped down. I've used it to clad the ceiling. Look, I used it to clad the ceiling of the shed. That's why I've done it all white, because nothing matched at all. So I thought if I paint it all white, it will.
It looks all right.
This is like, if you put flooring down in it, could we have a few little chairs in there? Like, whoa.
Moving in, will you?
No way. Sorry, but look at all space you've got. I went in exactly.
Yeah. What to say? No, that's my man cave. It's not a she shed, it's a man cave.
I said, you've got your caravan, but look at statement. I said, I'll sort your caravan out. You are not stepping a little toesy in here. I must admit, it does look a bit more like summer housey than workshop. But no.
Well, you just want home comforts, don't you? If you know what I mean.
Yeah, there's other side and ceiling as well. That's my welding bench, my metal bench. And a lot of cladded that end wall where it's all fully insulated as well. It's all insulated, every bit of it. And where there were gaps at the end with the old door, I put expanding foam in every little gap. Pretty well sealed up.
Chris has put cooker, Sky TV, and a bed sorted.
Yeah, it's got a letterbox as well. Yeah.
I know.
It had an indoor pool for about 3 weeks.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so I need something with a bit of give. So I think laminate flooring would do it. I know it won't last forever because laminate flooring splits apart if it gets damp. But I get a year or so out of it, and then just unscrew it all back up and put some more down.
That's it. I've got my friend here, fast asleep. I don't know where he's been, but his face seems. I bet you've been hiding under a car.
Padlocked all my gates up properly.
Cool.
Ain't nobody getting to my hoard. My hoard.
That's it. You'll have to go on sentry duty.
Did I not say to you months ago that I saw something were coming? So I well and truly planned ahead.
That's it. That's it.
That's what you call a tin cupboard. Absolutely packed. Anybody need 50 eggs? I have 50 eggs. That's just one at cupboards. That's
That's
in fact
it.
that picture was took before I went today. I've got more than that in there now. Because I remember I've had to stack me new potato sideways. They're for Tracy then, by the way.
As soon as I say, next time we come over, we're letting it down to that meat place.
Oh, you can't beat it. I went down there the other day. I got 26 quid worth of meat anyway, and I've still got a full chicken, another tray of pork chops. Still got loads left. Yeah.
Notice Ari's not showing Tracy's sweet cupboard.
Look. Bring on the hand sanitizers. Woo. And that one on end, that one with that's surgical scrub. See, what is it? Because my mum has little Christine and Luke, and like Christine's fed through a tube through her stomach and that. My mum has piles and piles of all them hand sanitizer stuff. So I just had a good look around my cupboards, and I found, the big ones, the hospital ones. I've got 4 of those. I'm sorted, mate.
That's it.
Plus, I bought this tonight. The good old Dettol Original antiseptic soap. You don't get any bubbles off it though. I was sat there bubble.
Well, if it does job, that's the main thing.
It's just keeping clean, and it's stuff that it's general stuff. So.
Well, that's what I said. That's what I said earlier on. It's just common sense, really.
It's social media and everybody freaking out. You know why they're all freaking out, don't you? House of Lords, MPs, what are they all? What have they all got in common? They're all a bunch of old farts. They start work there when they're 60.
That's it.
So all MPs are thinking, hang on a minute, I shook hands with him last week and he's got corona now.
Health minister of all people, one of them that's got coronavirus.
It's Tracy's and Keena's combined sweet cupboard, but Keena will buy sweets and then forgets she's got them. She's got a right stockpile.
Oh, Keena will be all right then.
Oh, she knows as well. She's not that. What she said, Daddy, if we have to stop in for a few weeks, could you get me some more ice creams, please?
Don't matter about hotels, just make sure she's got plenty of ice cream.
Chicken nuggets, ice cream. The necessities to a 5-year-old.
I know.
Oh, and blackcurrant.
I'm gonna shut it down. It's 20:11 now. Been going on over 2 hours.
Okay, I'll go harass somebody else now then.
So hopefully I will be around Monday. So I will see everyone on Monday.
Should we end with a song?
I'll let you sing. I'm no good at singing.
Hi, Corona.
Oh dear. Right, so I'm going to get off, and I shall see everyone on Monday, hopefully. And thank you for everyone coming in. I appreciate it. So I shall see everyone on Monday. Bye.
Oh, she's come. Oh, are you still there?